Why are love handles so easy to gain but impossible to lose? If you think the answer is simply just keep eating less and less, you're not alone. But in reality, that advice leaves us frustrated, staring at stubborn body fat hanging over the side of our pants forever. But there's a key habit you can focus on which helps you melt away that muffin top without just focusing on an empty plate. Fasted exercise. First, let's talk about 2 ways that fasted exercise can keep your metabolism firing, so you don't end up exhausted or surviving off incredibly low calories just to maintain your weight. Then, I'll show you the most effective way to implement a fasted training routine to shed that stubborn body fat. And finally, I'll reveal that one key tactic you need to focus on to actually reach the point where your love handles are gone for good, getting lean without that gym bro routine. Okay, so picture this. You're looking in the mirror. Everything's shaping up nicely, but those love handles are just hanging on for dear life. You think, do I just have these permanent fat deposits on my hips? In short, no. There's nothing wrong with you. But it's not about cutting calories more. Instead, the real game changer is knowing when to break out of that calorie deficit and how aggressive to go. And if you're new here, my name is Tim and I'm a food scientist and personal trainer now in Austin, Texas. So if you finally want to hit that 10% body fat without that tedious gym bro routine, grab my free 5-minute rapid fat loss guide to carbohydrate cycling and start seeing results now. It's linked down in the description. But I get it, seeing changes everywhere except those stubborn spots on your hips, it can drive you crazy. Trust me, my clients ask me all the time, is there something wrong with me? And just like my guys, you've heard it all before too. Just eat less and move more. Stay consistent. Slow and steady wins the race. Well, guess what? You don't have to starve yourself for months just to lose that muffin top. Think about your body like an onion. Stay with me here. The lower belly and the love handles, they're the core of the onion. The last places that fat comes off. You'll see big changes in your face, your arms, even your top 4 abs. But those love handles, they're the deepest layers. So why is it so hard to get rid of them? Because losing fat to that level of leanness, it's not so simple. There's a big bad wolf in the way. Adaptive thermogenesis. That's just a fancy term for how your body adjusts its energy expenditure in accordance with the stress that you put on it, like dieting. If you cut your calories too low for too long, your body will slow down your daily calorie burn. This is why you can stay consistent on your diet, but those love handles, they still stick around. The key isn't just about the size of your deficit, it's about how long you stay in it.
Bro, just starve yourself and do endless crunches. It's the only way.
Here's a good rule of thumb for most active people. Keep your calories above 10 times your body weight in pounds if you're dieting for a long period. But this doesn't mean you can't ever go lower. It's too low for too long, that's the problem. Even the occasional very aggressive 1000 calorie protein sparing modified fast days are totally fine. Just don't do that for weeks on end. Basically avoid the trap of thinking slow and sustainable is the best way. That's total BS. This whole getting lean thing isn't about finding a diet that you can stick to forever. It's about getting rid of the body fat and developing good habits for the long term. Instead of dragging out your weight loss, find that sweet spot where you make the fastest progress without affecting your cognitive output or your sleep. You're not a delicate flower. Your body can handle it. Remember, it's about the duration of your deficit, not the intensity. So let's ditch that slow and steady myth and get you to those love handle free results faster. And hey, if you're interested in getting lean without the gym bro routine, make sure to subscribe for more game-changing tips. Most people think the more intense the workout, the better the fat loss. But let me ask you this. What if that intense activity is actually working against you? When you overdo it, your body lowers its energy output and increases hunger, leading you to eat more and burn less. I've been there too. Frustrating, right? But what if I told you there's a low stress, fat mobilizing activity that doesn't mess with your metabolism and can actually help you shed stubborn body fat? Drum roll, please.
A few moments later.
Fasted walking. Just picture this. You're killing it in the gym, sweating buckets, pushing through every workout, only to be mocked by those stubborn love handles every time you pull up your shorts or you try on a fitted shirt. That's adaptive thermogenesis messing with your results. But here's the secret weapon. Fasted walking at 50 to 70% of your maximum heart rate. Walking is a highly effective way to mobilize stored body fat without negatively affecting your metabolism.
Bro, Cardio is for losers. Lift heavy or go home.
Plus, this study from the British Medical Journal shows that early morning cardio not only mobilizes more body fat, but also reduces hunger and cravings throughout the day too. So now imagine this, a morning walk with sun on your face, not only mobilizing more body fat so your hunger is quelled through the day, but burning more body fat as you build metabolic flexibility. And by building metabolic flexibility, you train your cells to switch efficiently between glucose and stored body fat for energy. This means your body can effectively run on any fuel source, from the food that you eat to this fuel source right here. Plus, you're even aligning your circadian rhythm for even better sleep and regulating your appetite. Just look up Andrew Huberman's stuff on this. He's got some amazing insights. So whether it's just 5 minutes or 60 minutes, just get outside and walk. By integrating walking into your routine, you're not just burning fat, you're teaching your body to become a fat burning machine. Do you leave your workouts for the evening and wonder why your love handles won't budge? Here's the game changer. People eat less if they fast before exercise, and people move more if they start their day with activity. Just shifting your workouts to the morning can dramatically improve results. I know the thought of waking up to do exercise before work might make you groan a little bit, but trust me on this one. Just like Lao Tzu said, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. Evening workouts often turn into a chore, something you dread after a long tiring day. I've seen it firsthand with my personal training clients. They show up late, they show up exhausted, or sometimes they don't even show up at all. And the result? Inconsistent workouts and subpar results. But when I convinced my PM clients to try an AM slot and wake up an hour earlier, they completely transformed. They became just like my AM clients, energized, consistent, and crushing their sessions. So let's make this easy for you. Don't overwhelm yourself. Just start with a 15-minute walk, followed by a 15-minute resistance training session when you get home. And resistance training doesn't mean you have to live in the gym. We just need to stimulate your muscles so that when you lose weight, you at bare minimum maintain the muscle that you've got, but preferably build a little bit too. And losing muscle is one of the biggest indicators that when you lose your love handles, you'll gain them back fast. So think of resistance training as your safeguard against regaining that stubborn body fat in the future. And here's the beauty of it. You don't need to do much at all. Maxing out with 6 hard sets per muscle group per week can be done in 50 minutes per day or 105 minutes per week. Easy, right? And if you need help setting this up, I've put a link in the description to a guided program where you'll get free access to my 7 best challenge block workouts. So by just waking up 30 minutes earlier, you've already mobilized a ton of stored body fat and become more metabolically flexible, safeguarded against love handle regain by stimulating your muscles, and normalized hunger signaling to avoid overeating later in the day. Ever felt like you're doing all this right, but the scale is just not cooperating? That's your body playing tricks on you, but don't worry, there's a solution. Now you know you can go aggressive with calories, but just not for too long, and you're using fasted activity to train your body to prioritize utilizing body fat for fuel. But that final stumbling block for most people is the belief that if you're not seeing steady progress on the scale, you're doing something wrong. But let me tell you, your progress won't be linear. And guess what? It's not linear for anyone. Here's the secret. As we lose weight, our bodies adjust. That's right, a 10% drop in body weight can cause a 20 to 25% decrease in energy expenditure. Typically, you're following your diet. The scale drops every day for a week or two and you're pumped. Then suddenly, that scale jumps up. Panic mode activated. You wonder, what have you done wrong? But it's just your body playing tricks on you. The weight gain can be anything from some extra sodium to a bit of inflammation from a food that disagreed with you. So what should you do? Do not drop your calories more. In an aggressive deficit, it's much better for your body to stimulate fat loss by moving a little more. To keep the fat loss going, we need to increase our activity. With my clients, I increase their daily steps by 500 every single week. This simple gradual increase in low intensity movement helps counteract that natural drop in calorie burn as we lose weight. Basically, it ensures you're losing fat at the same rate in week 8 as you were in week 1. So make morning activity a part of your daily routine, and the love handles disappearing will be a natural part of the process. For more coaching tips, watch my video here.